अपकमिंग वैकेंसीज को ध्यान में रखते हुए आज से हम जितने भी कोर सब्जेक्ट्स होते हैं जो कि ऑलमोस्ट सारे स्टेट्स में सेम होते हैं, उन सारे सब्जेक्ट को चैप्टर वाइज प्लस सेक्शन वाइज कवर करेंगे। तो हमें कवर कैसे करना है, हम चैप्टर को देखेंगे और उस चैप्टर में कितने सेक्शंस हैं और चैप्टर प्लस सेक्शन से कितने इंपॉर्टेंट एमसीक्यू बन सकते हैं, उन सारे एमसीज को वीडियो के माध्यम से कवर करेंगे। तो चलिए, मैं हूं आपका मित्र चंदन कुमार और आप देख रहे हैं सीके लीगलॉजी। The question number first is, the Code of Civil Procedure came into force on option A says on the first day of January 1909, option B says on the first day of March 1974, option C says on the first day of April 1909, and option D says none of the above. So the correct option will be option A, that is on the first day of January 1909. Question number second says the decree holder means a person. Option A says in whose favor a decree has been passed. Option B says in whose favor an order capable of being execution made. And option C says A and B. And option D says any of the above or any person. So the correct option is option C, that is both A and B. Question number third is, foreign court means a court situate outside India, and option A says not established by the central government. Option B says not continued by the authority of the central government. Option C says both A and B, and option D says none of the above. So the correct option is option C, that is both A and B. Question number fourth is, according to Code of Civil Procedure, judge means. Option A says the presiding officer of a civil court. Option B says the presiding officer of a revenue court. And option C says the presiding officer of a criminal court. And option D is all of the above. So the correct option will be option A, that is presiding officer of a civil court. Question number 5 says, which definition is not given under section 2 of Civil Procedure Code? Option A is foreign court. Option B is government pleader. Option C is India, and option D is Indian court. So the correct option is option D, that is Indian court. Question number 6 is, according to CPC, that is Code of Civil Procedure, movable property includes. Option A says growing crops. Option D says timber. Option C says decree, and option D says all of the above. So the correct option will be option A, that is growing crops. Here I have an important update for everyone preparing for judicial services examinations or the assistant public prosecution examination. OLI board is providing free topic wise test series. So what you can do, you can see the features here: 20 questions in 30 minutes, analysis, that means you can analyze your weakness and strength and improve your performance. That means once you go to OLI board, you get yourself registered, and once you get yourself registered, you will be given an option to take up the free test. And if you like the test, then you will have an option to get the subscriptions. I will be giving the link in the description box. तो मैं ये बताना चाह रहा हूँ कि जो ओली बोर्ड है वहाँ पे अगर किसी को भी फ्री टेस्ट लेना है तो ओली बोर्ड पे जाके रजिस्टर करके वो फ्री टेस्ट लेके अपने आईक्यू को चेक कर सकता है, अपने प्रिपरेशन को चेक कर सकता है। तो ये यूजफुल सभी के लिए रहेगा जो कि लॉ के फील्ड में है, जो कि जुडिशियल सर्विसेज एग्जामिनेशन या प्रोसिक्यूशन एग्जामिनेशन की तैयारी कर रहे हैं। थैंक यू। क्वेश्चन नंबर 7 इज, public officer means a person falling under any of the descriptions, namely, option A says every judge, option B says every officer who holds any office by virtue of which he is empowered to place or keep any person in confinement, option C says every member of all India services, and option D says all of the above. So our correct option will be option D, that is all of the above. Question number 8 says rules means rules and forms. Option A is contained in the first schedule. Option B is made under section 122. Option C says made under section 125, and option D says A or B or C. So the correct option will be option D, that is either A or B or C. Let's move further. Question number 9 is, share in a corporation shall be decided to include. Option A says a stock. Option B says debentures. Option C says bonds, and option D says all of the above. So our correct option will be option D, that is all of the above. Question number 10th is the decree shall be deemed to include. Option A says the rejection of plaint. Option B says the determination of any questions within section 144, and option C says both, and option D says none. So our correct option will be option C, that is decree shall include the rejection of plaint under order 7 rule 11 and the determination of any questions under section 144 of CPC. Let's move further. Question number 11th is the decree shall not include. Option A says any adjudication from which an appeal lies as an appeal from an order. Option B says an order for dismissal for default. Option C says both, and option D says none of these. So the correct option will be option C, that is both A and B. Question number 12 is an order means. Option A says the formal expression of any decision of a civil court which is not a decree. Option B says the formal expression of any decision of a criminal court, and option C says the formal expression of any decision, and option D says none. So our correct option will be option A, that is the formal expression of any decision of a civil court which is not a decree. Let's move further. Question number 13th is according to which section this code is applicable to revenue courts. Option A is section 3, option B is section 4, option C is section 5, and option D says section 6. So our correct option will be option C, that is section 5. Let's move further. Question number 14 says section 6 provides. Option A says presidency small cause courts, option B says provincial small cause courts, option C says pecuniary jurisdiction, and option D says none of these. So our correct option will be option C, that is pecuniary jurisdiction. Now the question number 15 is section 8 provides. Option A says presidential small cause courts, option B says provincial small cause courts, option C says pecuniary jurisdiction, and option D says all of the above. So our correct option will be option A, that is presidential small cause courts. Let's move further. Question 16 says section 7 provides. Option A is presidential small cause courts, option B is provincial small cause courts, option C is pecuniary jurisdiction, and option D is all of the above. So our correct option will be option B, that is provincial small cause courts. Let's move further. Now the question number 17th is definition of a public officer is given. Option A says under section 2 clause 17, option B says under section 2 clause 15, option C says under section 2 clause 16, and option D says under section 2 clause 14. So the correct option will be option A, that is under section 2 clause 17. The next question is the judgment debtor means. Option A says any person against whom a decree has been passed. Option B says any person against whom an order capable of being execution made, and option C says both A and B, and option D says any person against whom a revenue order is made. So our correct option will be option C, that is both A and B. Let's move further. Question number 19 says the Code of Civil Procedure Amendment Act 2002 came into force on. Option A says on 1st April 2002, option B says on 1st July 2002, option C says on 6th July 2002, and option D says on 1st July 2002. So our correct option will be option D, that is on 1st July 2002. Option D is correct. Let's move further. Question number 20 says under which provision masonry property is defined. Option A says under section 2 clause 4, option B says under section 2 clause 10, option D says under section 2 clause 6, and option D says under section 2 clause 12. So our correct option will be option D, that is under section 2 clause 12. Let's move further. Now question number 23rd is a decree may be. Option A says preliminary, option B says final, option C says first preliminary then final, and option D says either preliminary or final. So our correct option will be option D, that is either preliminary or final. The last question for the day is which definition is not given under section 2 of CPC 1908. Option A says signed, option D says shared, and option C says rules, and option D says none. So our correct option will be option D, that is none. So I hope you must have liked the video. I have explained chapter 1 and covered all the important sections which are based on sections 1 to 8. So if you keep watching the series, I make sure that before you go to appear for any examinations in which CPC is a core subject, you will not leave any questions. You will attempt 100% and you will give your 100% from CPC. और CPC ही ज़्यादातर डिफिकल्ट लगता है बच्चों को. तो कीप वॉचिंग द चैनल. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर योर सपोर्ट एंड कोऑपरेशंस, and wish you all the best for your upcoming examinations. God bless you all. Stay blessed. Bye bye. Take care.